Hey, I didn't even hear the video thing, ding ding. Well, hello, how are you?
I'm good, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm real good. I'm real good. I
Yes, you are. It's just like Jill's. Who was it? Jill Scott. Do you want some money, baby? Do you
I,
want some chicken wings?
I take some legs of Lorky. I know I try to be,
Try to tell you. Try to tell you.
I am rarely speechless. I am rarely speechless, but I owe you a big, big, very big apology.
No apology needed. It's just a testament as to what clean living will do for you. Okay?
Maybe you
And
must
this
be
is the
vegan because
way.
you laid that down. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
You're
I'm back. I'm
fine,
back.
sweetheart. A gentleman doesn't brag, but try to tell you. Anyway, a gentleman doesn't brag. And, well, so what about what we talked about?
Well,
I
after
would
we,
love to spend the rest of my life with you, babe.
my answer is undoubtedly a big yes.
Mm.
And after I left the beautiful suite, by the way, oh my goodness, I'm used to going here and there. I don't know what you paid, who you paid what to, but that suite was gorgeous.
Mhm.
And most people have like petals full of roses. When I saw lilies line the floor, boy, shut your mouth. What? Oh my goodness. And I love the fact that you weren't there. I got to walk in myself, and then you came in with all you was doing. I'm sorry, I'm back. What did I say?
Sweetheart,
I
look
am
at that.
tongue twisted.
Just look at that.
After that, I went and because I've already been living separately from my husband for like a year. But after I left you, I went straight to my lawyer's office and I finalized the papers. And since we were already divorced for a year, no real contact or anything like that, um, within about 3 weeks, I'll be completely single and free.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And what you experienced at the plaza, that's just a precursor of your upcoming lifestyle. Okay? Just think about that. Look, something small, just a few friends from your side, few friends, family from my side, and I know the rector at the National Cathedral, and we could just get it done quick. And then we can have a quick honeymoon.
You know me, right? You're right. You're right. You're right. Because every time I've gone big before, the marriage was a bust. But we'll keep it simple.
Right. That's all. That's all.
I love your smile. I'm
Mm,
sorry.
sweetheart,
Ooh,
I
and
love
that
you.
salt and pepper gray, baby. I am flustered. When you gonna come and handle Viv again? I am not playing.
Well, it can be tonight, and I'll be there, masks and all, with everything going on. And because of everything that's going on, I'll be there tonight after this meeting in about an hour. I'm going to have to meet with the governor's Zoom, of course, Zoom governor's meeting over the situation over the COVID-19 virus and such, which is what I'm preparing for right now.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I know you're a busy man, but I would love to just talk sex shop. I mean, talk. See, child, I can't get it off my mind. But I'm gonna switch gears a bit. First of all, I just want to ask you something. And we've known each other all our lives. Now,
All of
this part of you, I'm just getting to know, enjoying myself, by the way. But I've always been blunt, and I want to ask you something
Okay.
because I'm a big girl, no
Yes.
pun intended, you know. And my question to you is, what are we really doing? Are we really trying this thing like, well, neither one of us are normal people, but are we really trying to build a real relationship, a bond, trying to really like be in love and do this whole thing, or is it just a business move? Because either way, just let me know and I play the game. You know what I'm saying?
Sweetheart, I want to build something real with you. I want a real relationship with you. And along with that, your resources and my resources together, we could be one of Washington's biggest power couples.
Wow.
And with what my plans are for next year, for the next election, for what my plans are, you and I, when we do get to the top, we can show the world the true unilateral power of the presidency. Which brings to mind about your lifestyle, something you need to know. I put the down payment last week on a house in Georgetown. Not any kind of house in Georgetown, Vivian. Jack and Jackie's Georgetown home when Jack Kennedy was Senator Jack Kennedy.
You're serious? You're serious?
I'm serious. We got Jack and Jackie's house.
So wait, back up. Wait, that would, so right after we got to know each other in the biblical way, you were so confident in your performance that you went and purchased the house. You already knew I was going to say yes and marry you and do, you already knew.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't so much that I knew you were going to say yes, you know, it was an investment, but I'm going to share it with you.
Okay. Wow. I'm so used to buying everything, handling everything. It feels good to have a real man to take charge.
You
because,
are
you know,
the lady.
I'm not in the Me Too movement. I didn't burn my bra. I want to be submissive to somebody. And I don't mind following a man as long as he lead me off a cliff. Hear what I'm saying? So
you are the lady of the Kennedy house.
wow.
In fact, let's call it that. Let's call it Kennedy house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know, rich people name their homes.
Yeah. Like they name their pets. Ciao. But okay, that's good to know. That actually puts me at ease in a way, because everyone knows I have this wall up, and my wall is up professionally and personally, and it's up for a reason. I mean, you know, I've been through a lot. Our family's been through a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel so comfortable with you, you know. And I know you hate when I call you Lorky. I know you're Senator Lorkin Roberts. But it's a comfort. I'm so comfortable with you. And I want to be able to call you Lorky if I want. You know what I'm saying? And the way you put it down, you know, I can share that with Big Daddy too, you know. Big Daddy, Zeddy. I'm going to put a Z with that D for the name Zeddy. But anyway, you know, okay, we can do this. Also, there are some things, because in a lot of times when people date, get together, whatever, people don't ask the important questions.
Okay.
They really don't get to know each other.
Okay.
And when people do that and they hide things or not be transparent, you take people's choice away. And oftentimes my choice has been taken away. And I don't want to take your choice away or blindside you. So I'm going to be really, really
Thank you.
blunt with you. And I hope you will be with
Okay.
me. I have some plans concerning my family, our businesses, our estates, our connections that may or may not be to your liking, but I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking you. So you can go, Leslie, I'm stepping away from you because you're crazy. Not Leslie, I'm saying my middle name, Vivian. I'm stepping away from you because you're crazy, or I can see that, or you may even instruct me how to move on it, because I do appreciate an intelligent, wise man. So there's some things I want to do with the Wellington fortune and things like that. At the reading of this will, wait a minute, are you going to be at the reading of the will?
Unfortunately, that was something else I was going to talk to you about. Because of this crisis with the virus and such, I'm not going to be able to make it. with the governors. So just fill me in. Just fill me in on what's going on.
Okay, I'll fill you in, but anyway, with the reading of the will, I don't know how it's gonna go. I've heard a lot of things that's going on, especially that past. I don't trust that snake far as I can throw him. He don't know I don't trust him, but I don't trust him. Pastor he gave me the creeps. Always have. I thought it was a pedophile. I learned as he's just a crook. Because he's just creepy. But anyway, I don't trust him. But I really want to take over everything. And people sleeping on me because I've always been in entertainment, the actress, the singer, they sleeping on me. I've always, KK thinks she was under daddy's wing. She knows the ins and outs. Mama just thinks she's all be all. Sonny, hot mess. But I have been privately staying abreast, learning the political ins and outs, internationally and nationally and things like that. So I'm very up on everything, Now, I plan on moving a certain way. Would you have a problem with that? Or talk to me about that. Would you, especially with me, you trying to go for the presidency, I don't want to do anything that would jeopardize your career or your move up or bring an embarrassment to you. You see what I'm saying? So should I not make such drastic moves, and should I not talk to me about that?
Vivian, take the company. Amass as much power as you can. If I have to wait another term, so be it. But if you can amass this power, create a direct line to the White House, or take the company, ensure trusted individuals to be there for you while you're first lady, that can be something too. Look, let's put it this way. Whatever that family is doing in that White House now, we can too. It's the same thing. Power, baby. Power.
I really, and I know you got to go, but it's so much on my heart. I'm trying to lay it all out. You're talking about the families in there now. Let's just keep it real. I don't care how much money I have, money you have, power, and who we are. We're still walking around in this skin. And we can't move like the current family is moving. We're going to be scrutinized to a level that's almost unfair just because we're African American people. So I don't want to move incorrectly. You see what I'm saying? Because everything is going to be looking at us. Everybody is going to be looking at us. And I don't want to jeopardize anything.
Then our first order of business is for you and I to get together and devise a plan for the upcoming year to clean up, to take care of business.
Because I got a lot of stuff going on that you don't know about behind the scenes that I want to talk to you about and just lay it out on the table. This is who I am. I got my hands in certain studios and, movie studios and different things like that. I know about some things my mom have done. It's just a lot that you're not aware of when it comes to the Wellingtons. And I don't want to be a hinder to what you have devised or planned to do.
Well, we need to get together and we need to talk, and we need to do it before July.
Okay. All right.
Because in July, I'm taking you to Niagara Falls.
Wow. I've never been.
And the world will see you for the first time in front of cameras, because I am going to announce my candidacy at the New York-Canada border to symbolize the freedom that Harriet Tubman brought to the runaway enslaved African.
That is phenomenal. That is awesome. But I did forget to tell you, this is very, very important to anything that we're trying to do. And please keep it between us. I told Mom that I won't tell anybody, but we're about to become one, and you need to know the ins and outs. There's a woman claiming that she has a daughter by dad. 32 years ago, she left. Mom paid her off $5 million and everything else to leave and everything like that. but the woman did not tell mom at the time she was 2 weeks pregnant. So now she has popped up and she wants claim to everything that she said that she's due through her daughter. Mom is trying to make the lady disappear. I told her stop disappearing people, but I don't know how.
Vivian. What? Go ahead.
I don't know how that's gonna play into things. So now we have this scraggly pup and her crazy mama. Sonny, KK thinks she's entitled to everything. We don't know what this crooked pastor's doing. It's so many hands in the pot. You know, so how are we gonna ensure that I get anything or you get anything? How can we, is that something you need to like ponder on and, you know, to get back to?
The first thing is we need to keep an eye on that pastor. We need to keep an eye on that crooked, slimy man. And there's just something, you're onto it more than I am. Ladies are more intuitive, but
he's a creeper.
There's something going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's up to us to investigate and possibly unseal it.
Yeah. Okay. So how soon do you want to get married? What are your thoughts and plans? Because I got to get to planning. I know you didn't want anything big, but you know, it's certain things that I have to do, you know. I mean, what are you projecting?
Next week.
Are you serious?
Okay, end of the month.
This is not a business deal. This is like a whole marriage.
It's not, I'm not looking at it as a business deal, hon. I just want to get with it now because I am just so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you.
Don't get the serenade, baby, because you bring me joy. I wish you weren't in that tie. Loosen that tie. You know what? Let me stop. I ain't doing Zoom sex with you. No. But you bring me joy.
I'm up for experimentation. Let's try that tonight.
Okay. Whatever the senator wants, the senator gets. From Viv. Yes. Oh my God. I'm not going to keep you. I know that you are busy, but can we just get off the business stuff? You know, we got a lot of stuff to discuss, and I'm more comfortable discussing those things offline, like in person anyway, because you never know who, what tapped. And my mother's shrewd. So we're all the details, the overseas things, what countries we want to align with, blah, blah, blah. You know, I actually want to sell a couple of companies that we have because they're not really doing anything. Just why have companies just say, I got companies, you know, so I plan on doing a lot of stuff, but I want to discuss that with you in person. Right now, I just want to, for the last 2 minutes or so, just to let you know that, this is very hard for me. You know, I don't try to, I must confess that I was surprised, wonderfully so. And I haven't felt like that ever. Never in a million years, I would think it would be coming from you. But I mean, just everything, and not just the physical, it was just the whole experience was whimsical. It was phenomenal. It felt so good not to take the lead in anything, just to be led and led very well. You know, I cannot stop thinking about you. Yes, I am embarrassed to say so because I go hard. No, I don't. But I just couldn't stop thinking of the way that gray lines your beard. Your lips, they're so soft. Your beautiful smile, I just can't get you out of mind. And your huge hands. Yeah, I'm smitten.
Tonight, babe, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock?
I'll be there.
Okay. I'll see you then.
See
ya.
Shoe Crazy's sparkling strawberry passion. Why be still when you can sparkle?
Shoe Crazy wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
Okay. Okay.
God bless you. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. God bless you. You know,
I'm gonna be so surprised when they see me
and
standing up in here.
I know.
Have anything to say to you, Mother?
I don't know.
Okay, Sis,
Nothing to
No, I
say
had
to
no
her.
idea.
yes, you will.
have you seen your
Supposed to be a
brother?
whole bunch of other people here that I don't even know.
What is going on? Below, no,
All
you
of
have
God's greatest
Presidio.
glory.
It's so blessed to be here today. Mm.
Vivian, dear,
I'm Minerva.
Absolutely.
have
No, I
you
don't have
seen
much to
Make
say
your
sure
to
you
you.
brother,
visit with the
Vivian?
family and
We,
make sure
I
that,
haven't
that
anybody
they
know what's going on here?
know
I
your
see
love.
cake
Anybody
and
know
They
what's
will.
going on? I don't know what's
Okay,
Yes,
Sonny showed
absolutely.
up.
Who are these
you've
other
seen your
heifers?
brother.
Okay,
Has
ladies
Welcome,
and
anybody
welcome,
gentlemen,
seen?
welcome.
ladies and
Mm.
gentlemen.
Mm.
Hello, hello.
What?
Welcome. Thank you so much for attending today. I know that a few people could not be here today, but anything they need to know that involves them, they will receive at the end of this meeting. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Pastor.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I've spoken to the pastor earlier, and he feels as though you guys would take it better coming from someone you know. So, Pastor.
Well, you know, it was our dear brother's desire that I read the will. So blessings to the esteemed Wellington family and all the other unexpected but welcome guests. As I read our dear brother's will, I want to remind us that this is a solemn and serious occasion. As reminded in the invocation, our prayer is that we conduct ourselves with decency and with order, knowing that God is watching over us and watching us. I want you to be assured that the will that I am reading, which I just received, is a true and legal last will and testament of our dear departed friend, business associate, boss, father, and husband, Sir Brogan Wellington. Hear ye his last will and testament. For the last 2 months, there has been an awakening in my soul and the rising of the sun within my mind. I have these are the words of Sir Brogan.
He has no soul. He had no soul.
I have been very
Amen.
sick for a long time, and I worked hard to keep a secret from everyone. That was wrong of me to do so. But with so much
Indeed.
angst in the family, I could not find an appropriate time to speak to you about my illness. The Wellington name is a very proud name, and I've spent many years making it a household name. I spent many years growing the empire, but I forgot to build the family. I became so obsessed with growing the Wellington brand that I did not pay attention to anybody that I have hurt. Over the years, I have lied,
Cheated.
cheated,
Mm-hmm.
stolen from others, traded secrets and hurt others, and destroyed families and destroyed businesses, and used the resulting power to influence others by way of oppression and fear, but not out of respect. I've gone so far to even assure to others who have caused me the slightest amount of trouble were never seen or heard of again. I should have invested into the cemetery business, as I am sure that there are many who reside there because of my actions, inactions, and general selfishness. As I write this, I am ashamed of who I have become and what I have done.
Really?
Instead of being a leader showing love and compassion, I have driven my family and others down the road of hate, pretentiousness, temperamentalism, vacillation, and capricious behavior. I was wrong.
He was a liar and a fraud. He was. He was.
Sister girl, hold on.
You'll see.
These are his words, not mine.
Oh, Mother, go sit down somewhere.
And although I'm not there to say it personally, my words may fall on deaf ears to many. Allow me to say I am truly sorry. Amen. He says he is truly sorry.
Mm.
In an effort to make amends in my passing, I want to set a new foundation for the Wellington family. I am grateful to the venerable attorney, Miss Yolanda Hastings, for assisting me in codifying my wishes in this document. I am humbled by her commitment to maintain my confidence. despite her close relationships with members of my family and inner circle. To Lillian Davenport, I will keep it brief. You have been one of my biggest rivals in cherished conquest. I remember well that night where you traded your body and your secrets in exchange for a false promise. I took advantage of your fondness of me and your naivete to gain control of our European car line that you so desperately wanted for yourself. I owe you nothing, but I gave you what you were not able to give yourself, the motivation to build an impressive empire. Your anger against me has driven your success. Keep that anger fire burning, but don't allow it to come after my family's legacy.
May you burn.
By making
No forgiveness, even in death.
I have nothing but contempt.
What you deserve.
But your only saving grace is that you were the vessel, the incubator, that housed and birthed my beautiful daughter, Melanie.
That's right.
What? You don't even know her name. He didn't even know her name. He didn't pronounce her name right.
I am
had
your
way
father.
too many. That's why I couldn't remember.
Bell, I am your father, but I was never your daddy. Please forgive me for avoiding you and never being present.
Sperm donor. That's what he was.
I always had a feeling he was my father, although you always kept it from me.
That's right.
Oh, I think I like her.
So, Belle, you have every right to hate the Wellington name, but you have every right to claim and wear that name.
Yes.
May the name one day be worthy of you. I am sorry that if this comes as a surprise to you, I am not sure what lies your mother has told you and tried to hide.
Many lies.
So please
Eleanor,
forgive.
you know this not to be true. Eleanor
Please
knows this
forgive
not to be true.
this foolish old man, even if you don't forgive your ragged, haggard old mother.
What?
Vivian, you should laugh. Vivian, how dare you? How dare you?
And that's an understatement.
Don't write that check. Don't write that check that your butt can't cash. You better shut up. Get up off.
Vivian, stop.
Now to Eleanor Vanderbilt. My darling Eleanor, I was so hurt when you did not show up on that day so many years ago.
I tried.
The divorce papers were already prepared and signed. It was not till much later that I was made aware of what Camilla had done and how she had accosted you at the airport and sent you on your way.
Yes, I did that. I did that.
Yes, you did.
When
You're
she
gonna
found out, about our child, she did what she always does. She fixed it. I don't know whether you are aware or not, but Camilla made sure that there is no legal record of me fathering our child. There is no records, no birth certificate, no hospital records, no social security records that will show me as the father.
But you are.
Wellington.
I did that too.
Camilla has also been the center of most of your business difficulties. As the largest shareholder in your company, purchased through several shell companies, she has a vested interest in you being successful, but not too successful. My attorney, Ms. Hastings,
what happens?
My attorney, Ms. Hastings, has already executed a hostile takeover of those shell companies, doubling the values of those shares, and after today's reading, will make arrangements to return them all back to you. To Cressida. Yes, Cressida, I am your father as well. I didn't know you existed till a couple of years ago, but I cannot make up for lost time. But please accept my name, and I promise that you will never, ever want for anything again. I am truly sorry for not getting to know you and never having the opportunity to be your father.
I knew I'd see this day.
Papa was a rolling stone.
Yes, he was.
Wherever he laid his hat was his home. You are absolutely right.
But when he died,
Prevalent.
enough.
Oh,
When
he left
Left us
somebody
alone.
was
You
alone.
two hands alone.
he left was your
Huh?
name.
And now to Senator Lorcan Roberts. I've always admired your spirit and will keep fighting for those less fortunate than you. I saw that in you even as a child. Your mother was a dear friend of mine for many years, and I have looked out for you and her ever since your father's passing.
Oh, watch out, here comes another baby.
What she may not have told you is that your father was on a business trip on my behalf, completing a factory deal in Southeast Asia. There was an uprising, and that day he and hundreds of others lost their lives in the crossfire. He was a good man, but I didn't always treat him well. It was a painful situation, and you were only 2 years old, so I took responsibility to be there for you. I made it a point to be there for your mom as well. She and I had a special relationship until her passing while you were still in middle school. But
Drinking again, mother, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
I have missed her. I've missed her laughter, her seriousness, and her love every day. Well, I could not make an honest woman out of her. I did all I could to assure that you were always part of my family. You went to school with my children, and I made sure that you went to the best school, best college that money could buy. Your political career means everything to me. You truly deserve better than what I've done to your mom and your deceased father. Please forgive me and grant this dead man but 2 favors. One, I know that you and Sonny both admire me as a man with power and leadership, but please do not follow in my footsteps. I have been wrong, and I've taught you both so many wrong things. You can do better. And second, a man sees things, and Vivian has always had an eye for you, despite how she's treated you while you were children. Married or not, look after her and her siblings. Ms. Hastings will work with the newly appointed CEO on assisting you with your political career going forward, if you would like. Lorky, you have been a favorite son, even though you are not of my blood.
Well, looky.
This is getting good.
This is something.
To my children, my lovely children, I was never the father you needed. And I was wrong to sire other children and not have the courage to face my responsibilities. But I do love you. And if nothing else, I've tried to share my gift of business with you. Sonny, you're not here at this reading for your own good. I have instructed you to be committed to a facility that is unknown to everybody except for Ms. Hastings. It is my hope that after 6 months of care, you will receive that it will help propel you towards a lifetime of goodness and help take away the pressure that I've put on you. You will be fairly compensated for your treatment. My dear Katia, dedicated to a fault, you've always watched over the family brand as well as your own. It was never my intent for you to run 2 empires. The power has driven you deeper and deeper toward lust of greed and control.
Your mama.
You've made deals and decisions thinking I wouldn't know about them. I have eyes everywhere. And just like your mother, you use your beauty to manipulate both men and women. The game is control.
Well.
What?
Why are we lying in the church? Why we couldn't do this face to face? Why are we lying?
Let the truth be told.
Oh my.
And Katia,
I said the kitty had claws.
Reba.
I said the kitty had claws.
As of today, all claims, all rights, all access, all control to the Wellington Empire will be removed from you. You have your own empire, thus nothing will be left for you.
Wow.
My lovely Vivian.
Ooh, this
In many
good.
ways, you are just like your mother.
Ooh, ouch. Is that good or bad?
That's
In
great.
the words of the
Can't
great
be good.
songwriter, you're just never satisfied.
Clutching my pearls.
Vicious, hungry for approval, and so very driven. With every marriage, I see nothing but a father's failure to his oldest daughter.
Whoa.
I tried to make up for it by buying you an Oscar, buying you an Emmy,
Ooh.
buying you a Tony.
I earned that.
But those decisions were not right.
You might want to
But
take that
sure
card
things-
I was offering you.
So the sure things will be on the right course.
A cheap way to get to the top.
Exactly what she needs to do.
Now, remember, this is a house of God.
Really?
Can't
In
tell.
what way? What capacity?
Now,
These strangers here. Are you
Vivian,
serious? Are
your
these
Walking all the way through this church today.
Yolanda, I have to talk to you.
Amen. Call them out. Amen.
We are almost done.
You're nothing but cheap and tawdry, mother.
Ooh, I
Bologna.
I don't
like
know how
my
you
Shut your mouth.
became a part of
Shut your mouth, Bologna.
I have nothing to say to you.
Baloney.
No.
Let me
Shut
tell
your
you the
mouth.
truth.
Please.
You slept your way to the
hold your
top, mother.
comments.
Now,
Please hold your
sisters,
comments.
You're cheap.
please.
I'll never be
Only
anything
as
like you.
as the daughter I
a
spawned.
revered moment. This is a serious moment. In decency and order, please.
decency.
Ain't nothing
Conversation.
decent about this.
Amen.
Now,
Amen.
Vivian,
All these hoes out of
Amen.
Far from
line.
decency.
Right.
Vivian,
What?
Whores and bastard children. This is about decency.
Amen.
That's just
Keep
keep
talking
it real.
about KK.
The
I know
truth
you're not
shall
talking about
set
my
you
daughter.
all
I know
free.
you're not talking about my
Really?
daughter.
The truth shall
To
set you all
ensure-
free.
Mother, have another drink.
Right.
to ensure that things
That's
will
what
be
you're best at.
made, Vivian, to ensure things will be
I like
right
her.
with
She
you.
might
I choose not to acknowledge you. I choose not to acknowledge you, Baloney.
Okay, so
Pretty much
all
how
right,
you've done
so
all of my life.
all
she our
non-Wellington
relative.
family drama should become somewhere else.
Now.
This is about the Wellington family. Now, Vivian,
Which is all
to
drama.
make things right, your father has said that he is, good Lord, he is removing all access, rights, claims, and funding from you as well. And nothing will be left to you. You are now supposed to make things on your own.
Oh, this is
Oh
getting
my
really good.
God.
Fine. Fine.
Vivian, darling,
The empire wasn't built on his own.
we'll talk after this, baby.
You know what?
We'll talk.
Yolanda.
Now, Pastor Jones, that's me.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait for this one.
We go all the way back to the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Alabama. Yes,
If I hear that one more time, I'm gonna scream.
I swear
Tell the
to
truth,
God.
Pastor.
You don't
Tell the
need to
truth.
travel back in time. Get to the point.
I stood by while you built your church with the Wellington name.
Goodbye.
I respect your desire for commerce, but your constant hunt for financial conquest and sharing around the world sullied my heart for years.
Is everyone seeing this? Only my no good ratchet mother would be drinking in church.
It deeply hurt me that you used Wellington brand to do deals. It deeply hurt me to use the Wellington brand to do deals and open churches in other countries around the world, even in places where the U.S. was not friendly. Shame on you, Pastor, my friend. Shame on you.
Oh,
yes, shame.
and you sweating.
To my daughter,
Cranberry juice. Would you
Camilla.
like some?
Absolutely.
I'll send you
To
some.
my daughter, wife Camilla, we've been through a lot. We've had some fun times, but we've also had some bad times.
Way back in the day.
I want you to know that always though you felt that you were 5 steps ahead of everyone, I was still 10 steps in front of you. I taught you everything that you know, but I did not teach you everything that I knew.
Devil lied.
I've overlooked
Never.
your international. I've overlooked your international indiscretions for 2 reasons.
Because you had them two. You dead maggot.
One, I was never truly a faithful husband to you. Thus, I have no right to complain.
Never.
And two, you're always about the money and the stats. You do whatever it takes.
Got cheese, cheddar, cheddar.
And you'll do whatever it takes, including using your feminine wiles to get what you want.
I'm ready for the drum roll.
Thus, I am removing you as chairperson and all control of the Wellington Foundation. All homes, cars, commercial properties, and financial access will be removed from you within 3 hours of the reading of this will. The home in Long Island, you have 5 days to vacate the premises.
I got a condo I can rent to you.
In addition, as of 48 hours prior to our passing, as of 48 hours prior to my passing, we were officially divorced.
Divorced?
We have been separated for years.
You devil.
That means you might be able to get some money, Bologna.
Miss Hastings,
because you got nothing,
has finalized our no contest.
Everything.
Always have your own daughters. Vivian, KK.
Evil. The end of evil. Ding dong. The witch is dead.
Got you. Always have your own. It's okay.
Eleanor,
okay.
I commend you and being able to be professional.
Now, ladies, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Order and decency. We're not done yet. Now, Camilla, since you failed to appear in court, the no contest divorce has been granted. I am leaving you $1 million as a token of our first meeting.
Pennies.
And a reminder of our love in the beginning. And
can you
I'm leaving you with,
was that from the prenuptial agreement?
And I'm leaving you 2 bus passes that are good for 30 days as a reminder where you
Never will my bosom hit the seat of a bus ever.
Relax, it's over.
That was your trade.
It's over.
That's your trade.
Finally.
I don't have you. I will
maintain your dignity. Maintain your dignity.
Lady C, you're
finally.
The mean old son of a gun is dead. Good riddance.
I know of your breakfast meetings with my best friend, Pastor Jones. You were my wife.
The one that I had from
sleeping with my best friend.
You made it.
Slept with the pastor, Lady C? Oh my! Get your back, girls.
Everything.
No wonder the pastor sweating.
We broke the fast.
That was the reason why.
Just nasty. Just plain nasty.
Miss Hastings was kind enough to assist me in contacting the United Nations and updating about his ambitions. The pastor and you might be receiving calls from the FBI regarding his illegal transactions. You advised him not to leave the country.
Even from the grave, you can't give it your best shot, darling. I have people everywhere.
Bye-bye.
I would sell your plans if I was you. Good Lord. Good Lord.
Your reign is over.
Pull yourself together, dear. It's okay, really. I promise.
Miss Hastings, I'd like to hire you as my lawyer, Miss Hastings. I'd like to hire you as my lawyer. You are an amazing lawyer.
So, Mama, you like me.
In a room.
Her job.
She's probably
darling.
Cecilia Wellington.
Yeah, we got a lot of talking to
Cecilia Wellington. Cecilia Wellington. She is my sister. What? Tomorrow a press conference will be held, and she, my sister, Cecilia Wellington, will be named CEO of all the Wellington brand.
You got to be kidding me. Are you serious?
Congratulations, Cecilia.
Wellington Property.
I've never met her.
Wellington Computers.
And I want to see every legal document.
That's the one that got out.
You know about this.
We talked about
Wellington
Bobby
Airline,
messed that one up.
Wellington Sports Arena, and Wellington Foundation, which operates charitable giving towards schools, domestic violence scholarship house. Oh, good Lord.
Keep
She was instructed to turn the company around into a company that is loved and respected and not feared. She is also instructed after a period of time, no sooner than 365 days from today, she was transfer ownership of different divisions of the Wellington brand back to all 6 of my children, to include Senator Roberts after his political career is complete. This transfer of property of the brand will only be displayed and only happen.
Keep talking, Pastor.
I know it's
Keep
something.
talking.
Vivian,
After
hold on.
a display
Bologna.
of honest and sincere living is displayed,
Yes.
judged by Cecilia Wellington. I love you all, and please love yourself through faith and not sight. This is my last will and testimony.
Thank you, brother.
Love.
Is he burning in hell?
Look, I thought I'd see today. That's the man that I fell in love with. That's the man that I knew.
No one else knew him. No one else knew him that way, Eleanor. No one knew him that way, Eleanor. No one.
I did. And I'm so sorry.
I am shocked and amazed. Good Lord. Good Lord. Ooh, good Lord.
Hello, family.
You ain't my family.
Hi, family.
I don't know you.
Thank you, Pastor Jones.
What a day. What a day. What a day.
I'm sure that you all have many things to think about and to figure out as this.
I want to know what
I've already thought about it. I got a lot of questions.
I want to know what life-altering for some of you.
What does my daughter Bologna get? That's all I want to know.
Nothing. But since I hook you up because I know you
There's 6 children. There's 6 children.
we welcome you to our family.
I am satisfied. I am satisfied.
Stupid.
What, Sis Bell, you're welcome, but that witch that squatted you out, she's not welcome. She's irrelevant. But you have no control over anything. We love you as our sister. And we love you and you only.
Only.
Be careful. Be careful.
Like if my mother had laid on her back, maybe this whole turnaround would have been completely different.
If
the hate is real. He was my father, we wouldn't be here.
KK girl.
She's the spawn of Satan. That's who she is.
And you keeping a lot of secrets.
Spawn of Satan.
And you're cheap and tawdry.
I pray for your immortal soul. I pray for your immortal soul.
You didn't even raise me. Do I even know you, woman?
Drinking in church.
I just want to say,
men are immortal souls.
At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, drinking wine in church. That's my mother.
God, a bunch of old hags.
Ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude the reading of the will. So I am going to step away. If anyone needs a further explanation or any legal advice, you have my contact information.
I just need.
Are you the 6th child?
Davenport, you might want to give Miss Hastings a call.
Just
sounds like you might need some legal help.
Very quickly, someone mentioned the 6th child.
Miss Hastings, are you the 6th child?
I am not. I am not. But he is including the senator, since he raised the senator from youth. So he is including the senator.
He's not a blood relative.
It is not a blood relative, but he.
I want my Bologna to get what she's entitled to.
I want my
now you're concerned about your child. Mother of the Year award. Mother of the Year award. And you got the audacity to try to judge ours. Okay.
Right?
Bologna, I feel for you, sweetheart.
Thank you. That's what I had to do with all of my life.
New siblings will have tea. We'll have tea. And we'll
I don't think so. I know my daughter won't be having.
Mother, you might want to fix your hair. Your horns
Eleanor, you're
are
very smart. keep your child away from the hell that are these daughters.
And this is the reason why you're wearing
Go
red.
back to hell.
That includes you, Bologna.
I'm a woman that you are.
I always knew
Your horns are starting
My
to show.
daughter's name
would
and talk
rain
to
on
them
the end.
out of
Just
your
remember this.
mouth.
Evil don't last always.
All right, well,
While
bye,
you're gone.
Mr. Evil.
Shoe Crazy Wine is a proud supporter of our military, and we salute their service to our country. Shoe Crazy Wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
I prayed for this moment. I prayed for this moment, and I knew that it would come.
So let me understand something, Eleanor. You actually had a real relationship with him.
I loved him, and he loved me. And
he was
the man
and despicable, but you loved him. Okay.
He may have been to other people, but we had a personal relationship. We had a relationship that grew out of, kindness and caring. I didn't care what money he had, and he didn't care what little I had. We had just beautiful moments, And when I found out, and I did not know that he was married in the beginning. I didn't know. And when I found out, I tried to walk away. But he came for me and he told me that he was tired. He was tired of living a lie, tired of the wickedness and the evilness and the money. I don't know anything outside of his life with me, but I know with me, he loved me.
Well, he loved you, and he loved quite a few other women, myself included, although it was a one-night stand. I would like to think it was a little more than that, but it wasn't. But it wasn't just me. It was many other women. As you heard during the reading of the will, there were quite a few other dalliances that he had. And while I have no respect for him, I do want what my daughter, Bologna, is entitled to. And from that perspective, I look at him and I think, how do you disown and discredit anyone that you've given birth to, that you've helped bring into this world? And while you have a different perspective of him, and I do respect you, I don't particularly like the fact that you've forgiven someone who has trampled on other women and trampled on his own family and his wife, and you yourself have trampled on the institution of marriage, as did I.
Well, not really. You know what? See, the thing that's different between me and you, I had nothing to do with his life outside of the life that we shared together.
But did you know he was married?
I did not know he was married in the beginning.
In the beginning, you didn't know he was married.
I did not. I did not. And by the time it was revealed to me, that's what I was going to the airport to do. I was going to the airport to meet him, to cut off everything, because he was a liar. And when I got there, that's when I was given the hush money. That's when I was told never to come back. My whole life, my world was threatened. I had no idea I was carrying his child. But yes, I did love him. I did not know about his other relationships. I couldn't be angry about what I don't know about.
So
but one thing I do know was
so
that
you were going to end it at the time you were carrying his child. So you hadn't had this child yet.
But I didn't know. I didn't know I was even pregnant. I didn't even know I was carrying that child. I was going to that airport to end it.
And so your daughter now is a grown woman. You were still involved with him after, no? Correct?
Not really. We weren't. No. I mean, I had kind of stayed away. I was afraid for my life, for my daughter's life. I didn't want to be mixed up in this web of lies and ugliness.
And it was a web of lies and ugliness.
I was angry with him too. I was angry with him too, because our last conversation was he wanted no more of this. He was divorcing her. He was leaving the ugly and the wickedness. And when I thought he didn't, I distanced myself. That's why I came back angry. I came back to turn this thing out. But I can rest well tonight knowing that he died, the man that I knew. He took care of his. He took care of mine.
But in the end, he was not the man that you have this fantasy about.
I can't control how he treated me.
I cannot look at my daughter's face without seeing him. And for me, I've never been able to connect with my own child because she reminds me so much of the man that broke my heart, that stomped on me as he did so many other women. So no, actually he wasn't this fantasy that you have. He was a very cold-hearted, very mean and evil person.
Yeah, well, I wasn't a one-night stand, so I don't know.
Touche, touche, touche. And he probably said he loves you, but he never left his wife, right?
No,
they never do.
Nope,
never
and I
do.
stayed away. I stayed away, but at the end of the day.
So you never tell your daughter who her dad was?
I didn't tell my daughter anything.
I didn't either.
I was letting her come to me. I didn't tell her anything because I wanted her safe. And the powers of that woman and the wickedness and the venom of that woman, I'd have been in jail.
See, she was mean to you. She was not evil and mean to me. She just didn't acknowledge me at all. And I don't know which is worse. To have someone that's, emotionally attached because she knew the husband was attached, or her husband was attached, or to be literally discounted and invisible. I don't know which is worse, but I wish you well. I wish you well.
I wish you too. And, we just can't become victims.
Yeah.
Of this family. Yeah. So take care of yourself, baby.
Thank you. Take care as well, Eleanor, and good luck.
Well, Eleanor, I know today's reading was preposterous, and I know I have been an absolute witch during this whole thing, and
that's an understatement.
To tell the truth, I honestly do feel badly about the outcome. So let me tell you, you don't have to move. Brogan didn't know everything, and I have what I have. And since he had passed around teen, it was unfair to all of us, the way things shook out.
I'm only letting you speak because you like to talk so much. So I'm going to let you finish, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what I feel about you.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. But in order for me to exit this world when my time comes, I can only do what I can do to make things right. And I will try my best not to be out of character.
Woman, you are a character.
Brother Wellington, open up. This is the FBI.
You are a character. I want to say that before. What's going on?
Is
open
that
up.
The FBI at your door? I heard someone say, open up. Is that your
Brother Wellington, open up. This is the FBI. We're at your front door, and we have you surrounded.
That's your door. This is what happens when you live a life of evil. You've destroyed
Eleonora.
your children. You've destroyed my life. You've destroyed
Get up, you silly twit, and open the door, or either listen to me so I can help you.
Carmela Wellington.
You're about to be arrested.
You better open the door.
Dear God, they're after both of us. Listen, as much as I really can't stand the sight of you, like I said, I'm trying to make right those things that were wrong. I knew part of what was going to shake out in this will reading.
You know everything.
Absolutely, dear. I do. And the sooner you accept that, the better off you'll be.
Just answer
So
the door.
if you will wait the next 48 hours, there is something coming down the pike that is going to be in your favor.
And I'm supposed to trust you?
Take it or leave it, dear. Take it or leave it. Do not, what part of I'm trying to make wrong right are you not willing to accept at this point?
I don't trust you. I don't trust you, but I'm going to wait.
Brother Wellington, open the door. This is our final warning.
Well,
open the
seems
door
like
for
someone's
this
at my door. But listen, I already have an escape plan, a way out. I'm not done. And I don't want you to be done either. So take it or leave it, dear. Take it or leave it.
I'm speechless.
That's okay. You should be.
You're a dangerous woman.
Shoe Crazy's sparkling strawberry passion. Why be still when you can sparkle?
Shoe Crazy wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
What happened? I just heard something at the door.
Oh, baby, it's been so much. Oh, honey, sit down. I want to talk to you. It wasn't our door. So much has happened. I mean, you know, the reading of the will resulted in you being honored and recognized. I never really had the opportunity to tell you everything, but you're a very wealthy woman right now. You know, you are his daughter, and he rose up and became the man that I knew he was, the man that I was in love with, and honored you and recognized you as his daughter. That knock at the door you heard wasn't our door. At first I thought it was. It scared me for a minute. But as we speak right now, the FBI is investigating.
Investigating what?
Investigating Camilla. I don't know for what. But I've always known that woman was wicked. I've always known she was evil, which is why I hid you for so long. Which is why I didn't feel safe telling you everything that was going on.
What
you know,
but me?
What do you want to know, baby?
Why have I never met him?
It's a long story, but I want to tell you really quickly. I met this man. I fell in love with him. He fell in love with me. And then I found out that he was married.
What?
And I found out that he was married. So I tried to walk away. I went to walk away. And I went to meet him at the airport one day. And before I could get there to tell him it was over, it was off, I was not going to be one of his harem, his wife, a very, very powerful woman, Camilla Wellington, accosted me. She stopped me. And she threatened basically my very life, my existence, my ability to do business, to live, to breathe. She threatened to shame my name. And she paid me off with $5 million, a condo, things that I felt I could, you know, go heal my heart and rebuild a life. And then shortly after, I found out I was pregnant with you. And I kept that secret to myself because I didn't want her to be able to come and harm you. Because no matter whether he accepted you or not, you were mine.
You chose money over, you know, my father?
No, I didn't choose the money. I chose to keep you safe. This woman is powerful. She's wicked. She has done horrible things to her own children. Even to her own admittance. People come up missing.
What? When she gets
and I didn't. So it was to keep you safe. And I will answer any questions that you have.
Are we done? That's 4 minutes. Okay. Any questions? Who is she? And where did she come from? And where did I come from? And it's so much going on. I don't even understand. How are we wealthy like overnight?
Well, I'm not wealthy. You're wealthy. You know, I built my business. My business is thriving. It's going well. This Wellington family, you're going to learn, and I want you to be able to protect yourself. I've never hurt you nor harmed you. We've always had an amazing relationship. And right now, baby, you can't second guess me. You have to understand that they are powerful. They are wicked. They have earned money in ways that you and I could never even imagine.
You know, I had a choice to grieve right now. I just lost a dad that I never knew, and I'm rich now. I never got to meet him. I didn't get to learn the skills that anything.
Baby, we have each other.
Don't put away from me.
I can't change the past, but we have each other, and life's about to get real for you. But I got you.
Well, what do I do next? I got this Camilla chick. I don't know what's going on.
Well, the FBI was at her door, and I'm sure they're going to investigate her. You know, and we just have to let the chips fall where they may. But most importantly, we have to stay together. It's always been you and me, baby. And I'm going to always be here for you as long as I can. You understand me?
Yes.
So you woman up and you be who I raised you to be.
Yes,
okay,
Mom.
baby, I have to go. But I love you. You call me.
I love you too, Mom.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye, baby.
Shoe Crazy Wine is a proud supporter of our military, and we salute their service to our country. Shoe Crazy Wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
Explain.
Okay, so I told you before that I needed to speak with you, that we needed to meet prior.
Explain.
Did I not? Did I not tell you that you would want to talk to me before this will?
Explain.
Look, Kata, how long have you known me?
Too long for this bogus bullshit to unfold the way it did. Like, I'm completely shocked. You know what was at stake? Come on, Elaine, I trust you.
Exactly. I know what's at stake. So think about me. Think about me and how I do business. Think about me and how I take care of my people.
Here, we don't share secrets. Like, I pay you on top of what you do, your expertise. I give you extra just because I rock with you like that. And you couldn't even tell me this? Don't you think this was someone you should knock, showed up at my door and say, hey, I really need to share. Do you have time tonight?
I tried several times. This was not a conversation for the phone. I tried several times to link with you, but you were too busy. But you know how I roll. You know me. You know I never fail. So if I have never failed you, why would you think I would fail you now?
I don't know. This feels like a complete failure. It feels like a complete failure. Yes, I got my own empire. Yes, I utilize the family formula. Yes, I've done all of that. But you see how my mother was cut out? Did we have these two bastard children that just come out of nowhere?
Look, I'm an attorney. I am not God. Some things I can handle. Some things I cannot. I didn't.
No, I'm not faulting you for my father's foolish ways. I'm
saying
that if you knew this information, you had fact checks, you had documents. You couldn't say, yo, Kay, we need to really like, matter of fact, you should have just came to my house. When have you not been welcome here?
This part is true, but you know I've been out of town and I really wanted to, it needed to be a face-to-face. And legit, I thought you knew about the kid. How did you not know about the first one?
I knew about Cassetta. I knew about her, the Vanderbilt child. I did not know about Bologna. I like her though, honestly, because her mom was a complete bitch, and she gets to her. That's lightning low. That got a similar, like a sibling that's similar to me and Viv. Like, no, that gave me comfort. But the whole, like, we not leaving you shit, and I paid for Oscars and all this complete humiliation, and my mother and the pastor, I didn't trust that. Woo!
Oh no, I did not find out about your mother and the pastor until my own reading, because that's just nasty. Until he told me, I was
I'm at a loss for words. I'm thinking that, like, the stuff that you knew should have been like urgent. We're talking about almost $1 billion here. We're talking about generational wealth.
Kate, okay, listen. I know you're mad right now, and I know you flipping out because I know I would be doing the exact same thing.
Actually, I just spoke because I've been drinking because I needed something to contain trillions of dollars.
I need you to just think. I need you to think about the stuff that I have done for you. The ways I have gone around things to make it still legal and get it done for you. Now, think about that. Think about how I do things. That might be a little but they never cross over to get it done the right way. Now, do you think, and we girls, we've been together through thick and thin. Do you think that when doing all this, I wouldn't have a safety net thing set up so that you wouldn't fall? Like, do you really think that I don't have things in place? When I think about the forward, the back, the side.
Every angle better be covered. I'm talking about like the 369. Everything better be covered. If it's not covered,
do you not know me?
God knows I love you.
Do you not know me?
I love you. We have a bond like no other.
Do you not know me? You know I got it covered.
Yeah,
I need you to trust what you know.
I don't do flakiness, you know that.
And you know I don't. And you know I don't. So I need you to trust what you know about me. I have never let you down. Why would this be any different? Especially when I know if you rise, I rise. Okay? So don't think that I would have just forgotten about you for someone who was on their way out. But I still had to do my job. But you know I got you covered because I always do.
Okay, so we need to discuss some whatever safety nets you created. It better be made out of crystals. We need to talk face to face, like immediately.
Let me know.
Today.
You know, I'm always available.
Today.
For you.
Today.
Okay.
Meet me in 3.5 hours. Can you do that?
I can.
Okay. I'll talk to you then.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, you ain't hang up yet?
What? Oh, I was on my way to another call.
Oh, really? I had one last question because see, spirit works in miraculous ways. How did he know about us?
That you would have to ask yourself and your dad. You guys were the ones always together. I don't even know if he knew it was me. My name was not mentioned.
You the only female that I care about.
That doesn't mean does not mean that he didn't know you if you were running around with other people. Just because we rock doesn't mean you're not.
Yeah, but I don't just do that with anybody. That's why I'm hella pissed. Cause we on a different level. Come on, you're like really?
We on a different level, yes. But again, that does not mean you know your dad and your mom got eyes everywhere. And you and your dad have always been close. Did you slip up and say something?
Lena, you know damn well I wouldn't have slipped up and said nothing.
Well, apparently he knows about you and somebody. Doesn't mean it's me.
Don't play games with
me.
He
never came to me and asked me about nothing between us that was beyond paperwork.
Yeah, well, that's a mystery I will be solving. I'll see you in 3.5 hours and hang up your phone the next time. Bye.
Bye.
Shoe Crazy's sparkling strawberry passion. Why be still when you can sparkle?
Shoe Crazy wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
Well, here we are, Mother. You have a lot of explaining to do.
First of all, the way that you treat me, I abhor the use of the word mother. Call me Lillian. Call me Lillian.
Call you Lillian?
Call me Lillian. Because mother would mean that there was some level of emotion or attachment to you, and I don't have any.
Of course you don't. You never did. I was raised by servants.
You're
Everyone in our
father's
home
daughter.
raising me and
like
not you.
him. You look like him. You remind me of him, and I hate them and all the Wellingtons.
And you want to know what? You should have told me who my father was, and you decided to keep that a secret and just torture me all of my life.
Because I hate him. I hate the Wellingtons, and you're a Wellington.
You want to know what? And I hate you for what you did.
That makes two of us.
Good. I'm glad.
That makes
I
two of
feel
us.
still as if an apology is in order for you keeping such a secret.
Why would I apologize to a daughter that turned me into the FBI? Are you insane? You broke my heart.
I broke your heart by turning you
Broke
in.
my heart. You're one of them.
Well, if you had laid on your back for one night to sleep your way to the top, maybe we wouldn't even be here. Maybe I would have actually had a loving mother. Maybe I would have actually known who my father was. But no. All you cared about was your money, your empire.
I cared about a legacy for my family. A legacy for my family, and I went about it any way I could. I did what I had to do to survive.
I did what I had to do here. How you went about your legacy? No.
I did what I had to do.
You're nothing but a whore, Mom.
You know what? You've never wanted for anything in your life. You don't know hard work. Everything was handed to you on a platter. You're a selfish, disgusting, despicable Wellington.
I'm selfish and disgusting. You sure you're not talking about yourself? Because I am my mother's daughter.
The apple does fall far from the tree. It falls in the Wellington lane, not in my lane. Davenports have more respect and class than that family. We're hard workers. We started out blue collar. We're hard workers. We know the value of $1 and we know how to get it and keep it.
And again, like I said, in order for you to get to the top, you had to sleep your way to get there. And kept the secret of the man who is my father.
And you spent, and you lived lavishly on that money that I slept to get. You lived lavishly on that money that I slept to get.
If I had known it was dirty money,
you never gave it back.
I wanted it.
You never said no. You never said no. You're a user. You're just like him. You're just like him. And for that reason, I let the maids raise you. I let the maids raise you for that reason. When I look at you, I see him.
I'm ever considered a Davenport.
Oh, you're a Davenport, my darling, more than you even know. You're a Davenport more than you know. When you react to things, you react as a Davenport. You understand Davenport. You do.
And I officially have written you off. I am no longer a Davenport. I am a Wellington.
So you're going to side with them and
I'm
testify.
going to tell you, Mother, you deserve everything that's coming to you. You might want to call Ms. Hastings because she's probably going to have to be your attorney. I am going to testify against you for all of your illegal acts that you've been doing over the years since I was a child, a mere child.
So you
deserve everything that's coming to you.
You've proven me right. You are your father's daughter. You are your father's daughter. You're just as despicable as he is.
Well, so be it. Bye.
That's what happens when you raise an ingrate. Spawned from someone who shouldn't have never walked this earth, the Wellingtons. So accurate.
Shoe Crazy's sparkling strawberry passion. Why be still when you can sparkle?
Shoe Crazy wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
Hello?
Hello. Oh, thank you so much for giving me the courtesy of a call back.
Oh, okay. How can I help you?
Yeah, I've been looking forward to meeting with you. I thought that Lockie was going to be on this call too, but apparently he was not available. So I'm really glad that you're available. So I wanted to talk to you about, you know, some of the things that I sent you in my email.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
what email? Because really, I don't have much time, so just get with it. What email are you talking about?
Okay, I'm talking about the email that I sent you about a week ago. I made it very, very clear. Unless it's, you might want to check your spam, dear.
It probably isn't spam, but just give me the recall. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm on the phone.
So basically, I made you an offer and I made Loki the same offer, and basically you guys shouldn't refuse. And so I just want to know when I can expect to get what I'm due.
Well, first of all, you email me and Lukey, and somehow it's in my spam about some deal, and now you coming at me about your part? Girl, bye. What you talking about?
What you might want to do is what you might not want to do is dismiss me, because you already know and he knows that I am not the one to play with. And let's just make this very clear. The streets of Europe has been talking.
I don't care if the streets been talking, if the signs been blinking, and if people are walking backwards, honey.
So does the name Davidson Johnson mean anything to you?
I didn't send for you. So let's start there.
Okay, but how about this? Does the name Davidson Johnson mean anything to you? Because it should. Or let's talk about those 3 o'clock rendezvous, lunch meetings that he used to have with you that his wife doesn't know about. And then we can also talk to the other idiot and his sniffing problem.
Oh, so this about tea, because that's what you coming for, Bill. It's tea. That's what you got.
Tea, Bill. This would be strong coffee.
Oh, really?
Yes,
oh, okay.
Really.
So since you're giving me the coffee, as you say, and I'm supposed to give you your coins, as you say, what you really talking about? Let's get down with it.
About no coins. I'm strictly about the paper. How much you got? Because I know that the little reading of the will and all of that stuff was done today. And from what I'm hearing, you're the new HNIC. And so my thing is, as the HNIC speaking to the HICW.
Okay, well, first of all, it's my brother. So secondly, he is very smart to not have you and any of these other buffoons of a family that he got going on trying to make stuff work. So it's a good thing that he was smart enough before he, Lord, just be with his soul, to leave it with somebody who got some sense. You get what I'm saying?
The family tree, Boo, he won't that smart. He won't that intelligent. He left you in charge, remember?
I am. And I'm going to make sure that you and everybody else know that, Boo.
Okay, we'll see about that. Since you don't want to play the easy way, we'll play hardball. How about that?
You know what? Bring your football, your baseball. Bring your damn soccer ball, bitch. Bring it.
Okay, bitch. Next time you use that word, put a miss in front of it, bitch, because I am the best bitch that you know.
Well, it takes one to know one. So I'll do that next time, dear. Ciao. I got to go.
Good.
Ciao.
Bye.
Hi, yes, I'm trying to reach Cressida Vanderbilt.
Speaking. Who's this?
This is Bologna Davenport. I believe that we're sisters.
Oh, you. Yeah, sisters. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I know. Well, obviously, this is our first meeting and our first talk ever, but I do want to get to know you in some way and know more about your mother as well.
You can know about me first, not about my mom. Just take steps, baby steps.
Baby steps with your mother?
Baby steps
well, mine's a dragon lady, so.
Excuse me?
Said my mother is a dragon lady.
Oh, sounds like a terrible situation.
When did you find out that he was your father?
I just found out. When did you find out?
I'm guessing the same time that you did as well. And I still haven't even spoken to her yet with her explaining why she kept such a large secret for so many years.
As much as I want to be like a complete mean person to you, I feel the same way.
I completely agree. A little cold shoulder, I'll take that. We don't know each other from Adam, but I kind of feel as if we should possibly come together to see how we can get to the bottom of this, of why our mothers kept such a secret from both of us.
I agree, but why should I trust you?
I don't trust you either. But at the end of the day, you always keep your enemies closer, do you not?
That's my point. Okay. Shoot.
And at the end of the day, I don't have any reason to stab you in the back. I don't know you. I just want to get to the bottom of the fact of why we did not know that Mr. Wellington was our father this whole time. I think we deserve answers.
I agree too.
So if we can get to that point, you can go on about your business after the fact. But I think that we should try and have some version of coming together. We don't have to be friends. Hell, we don't even have to be siblings. I don't know you, and you don't know me.
I guess I'll make an exception.
This one time?
The only time.
The only time? Well, I think that maybe we should talk later down the road so that we can actually come up with a game plan on how we can stick it to both of our mothers and find out why they kept such a secret.
Okay. So, how's Saturday?
Sounds good to me.
Well, let's meet at, I don't know. Wait, what side of town you on?
I'm over in the general area. So you want to meet at the Basic Coffee Shop?
Yeah, we can start there.
All right, then. It was good talking to you for the brief moment that we did have.
All right, sis.
Sure, sis.
Talk to you later.
Toodaloo.
Shoe Crazy Wine is a proud supporter of our military, and we salute their service to our country. Shoe Crazy Wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
Oh my goodness. I am so happy that I get to finally meet my nieces, these beautiful women in the Wellington family. Hi. Hi.
What's up?
Okay, y'all don't seem so happy. Let's be happy now. Come on. Okay, well, anyway, applauses can be later. So your Auntie Cecilia is going to be the, the head chick in charge. And I just want to go over some things of how we're going to run business. Okay, so I am for each and every one of you. I want everybody here to know I'm not trying to take anything away. I'm just trying to here to help the family. So can we get along, ladies?
You don't even know us. How can you dictate what we need? And you don't even know who we are.
Let her talk. Let her talk.
Thank you.
I agree with Vivian.
Let her talk, because she don't give a shit. Let her talk.
Thank you.
I done had one too many. I'm going to be honest. Talk.
Thank you, Niecy. That's what I'm talking about. Let me just tell you how it's going to go down, okay? So, since I am in charge, because my brother, your father's or whatever, all the whack up stuff that he was doing, left me in charge. So, let's go down of what each and every one of you are going to do. Okay, shall we? So, who's the eldest, since I'm just trying to get to know everybody? Okay. So Vivian,
I would have made her ass guess.
So Vivian, since you're the eldest, I think you should still be over the Wellington oral and just the properties. Kind of show me how that goes, so that we can just kind of keep that flowing. Okay.
Auntie CC, can I say something?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Why don't you really understand our skill set and then place us appropriately? This whole conversation starting off just make me see that you don't have vision. And I'm like, was my father on dope or what when he decided to change something?
How did she end up in charge anyways?
Right.
How was everything given to you?
I like her. Viv, Bologna.
Any other
This is
questions?
fascinating to me. That's
I
all.
like her.
Can I please hear a familiar voice? KK.
Yo.
Because you're the only one I know.
Right.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know what the fuck is happening. All I know is we got 2 sisters. I embrace them. It's not their fault. So they get an innocent factor. They get a pass.
Okay, so wait a minute.
I'm mad at them. But I have never seen this broad a day in my life. Our father never spoke of her. So I'm like, okay, was their relationship estranged or what? Then all of a sudden, he's going to leave everything. First of all, I have a fleet of lawyers. That one that misstepped, I have something for her, but I have backup plans too. But I'm going to give you the opportunity because I do respect my elders. And I'm going to at the end of the day, we let her tell us what she thinks is going to happen, and then we'll meet later.
But it makes no sense.
And we're going to include our
over oil.
But the funny thing about it is, ladies, let's behave right now. Time is of essence in the money. So let's push back and let's rewind and go back to the beginning of the conversation. So again, Vivian, I can see you doing the oil company and maybe the airlines because you're such a great actress and you're always flying and all over the place. So volunteering. So moving along.
You would think that
you see exactly what are you asking
the
of us?
volunteering component of the business.
What exactly are you asking
that she
of us
controls
to do?
You know what? We can all sing together, but we can't talk together.
I'm confused.
I'm sorry.
We don't know each other. None of us do.
I'm sorry.
Yet you're asking us to help you with what exactly?
I'm sorry.
I'm helping you.
Hold on, listen. I'm sorry. I had a moment. I'm sorry. I'm behind.
That's okay, Precious. You got a little bit of your auntie's spunk and fire. I love it. No problems here. But I will like to say, since we are talking about what am I doing, well, obviously, if each and every one of you were doing what you're supposed to be doing, you wouldn't be in a predicament that you are in.
That's
so,
not true.
Anywho, I don't hear anybody else talking but me. I will continue.
Right, you haven't heard anybody talk but you since the beginning of this conversation.
Exactly.
Here we go.
Obviously, our input doesn't mean diddly squat.
You know what?
It does mean dilly squad. If
Can I say something?
listen, you may be able to find out where you fit into this.
You asked me to help you. I'm helping you. It makes no sense with my background to put me over oil. I can see maybe like the airline, the sports arena, stuff like that. Since I have a following, since I'm well known, have a fan base and can draw people in, it will make sense to put me that you can have, the public drawn into over oil.
Think outside the box, doll. Think outside the box.
But
we're
dealing with trillions of dollars. What I am, because I am wise, I know how to stay in my lane and how to continue to make trillions of dollars. KK will be better with oil and things like that. Me,
no,
arena.
No,
KK
is not.
Baby, by the way, I'm the science baby. I'm the alchemist of the family. I'm the chemist. So I know how all that plays, and I'm the one to travel all over the world. Go ahead, Auntie. You go ahead.
So Auntie Cece, are you really our Aunt Cece? Because I'm still a little confused about that. Or are you just another Wellington conquest? And you just
let me pull you back into my.
I would like to see the receipts.
I like her.
I will pull you back into my.
Are you really related to us?
Know where I
are aunts.
So let me tell you, Nisi Poo. My father was pretty much not my father, hint, to where it looks like my mother is actually kind of confused with what happened. So I end up having to have some type of a DNA to find out that your father, which you're just now knowing about, is my half brother. So I don't know who slept around with who, and I really don't care. I just know that I'm in charge of all y'all's assets.
And you're only a half sibling, and he gave you everything.
Absolutely. Think about it. I'm his half sibling. And he gave me everything. That means that if you fit in,
I don't believe it. I still want to see the receipts.
Okay,
I want to see the receipts.
Okay, well, here's a receipt.
Over the paperwork.
Let's read it again. All of you ladies have 365 days from today to fit into my shoes. So you better get with the grooves. And yes, I wear red bottoms. So if you can't fit in those, you are going to figure it out.
Good. Then I don't have to have a conscience.
So, baby, you got 365 days to figure out how you can stay alive.
Right.
Oh, so we having threats because I don't believe
Well, my mother made me the dragon lady, but I got red bottoms too.
Wellington's come through.
Sure that.
You gotta watch your mouth.
Well, remember, I'm a Wellington too. If you don't know anything about this, you can Google your auntie and Google and find out that the street are all my friends. So back up, little one, and learn from the big one here in this conversation. So again, 365 days, ladies, you each have to prove to me that you are willing to be part of your empire. Until then,
sisters that I just found out about, I think we need to dispute this will and dispute it immediately.
It's up to you.
I think this will needs to be disputed. I don't want this woman in charge.
This is chess, not checkers. Let's look at the facts. You right, she right. Let's listen to UnCC. We got 365 days to create something to fall into her plan. V. You know,
so as a matter of fact,
Bologna, sweetheart,
yes,
we're gonna catch you up. Decades worth of information.
Please.
Dinner.
I think we need to have this will disputed as well.
But I feel your energy too, and because you are sister alone, we're gonna make sure you are aware as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let our auntie go ahead and tell us what she wants.
Yes,
us.
auntie.
Yes, you know, absolutely. I think it'll be very wise for each and every one of you, since, you know, we all are intelligent women here. We can all make it work for our benefits, if you know what I mean. But if you cannot, Caressa, and including for you, I think you need to spice it up a little bit, you know, really get the roar going, because you are part of the family, doll. And I could act like I don't know who you are if you don't speak up for yourself.
You don't know who she is. You just called her Cressa.
Suffered.
That's not her name.
To deal with what we deal with. And now I own a whole bunch of share of what's going on. So guess what? You listen to me now. Because my mother suffered, you're going to suffer too.
Oh my God, you youngins, you young ladies have not a clue of what's really going on. So until then, I don't know if I should continue this conversation or not, but I do again reiterate, I think you should listen so each and every one of you can benefit. I promise I won't let you down.
Well, Auntie Cece,
yeah,
we're taking you to court. Now, my mother was the greatest woman ever, but she didn't raise no idiot.
Okay, you will take me to
my mother's
court.
daughter, and I'm going to get the receipts and make sure that you are even worthy of all of this.
What money? What money you got to take me to court? Oh, and you know what, boo-boo.
She don't need no money. You didn't hear what the pastor said. My father did not intend for me to run 2 empires.
Say it.
2.
Say it.
So don't worry about where my sister is going to get the money from.
Oh, okay, so we're going to do that one?
No, we're not.
Well,
I'm listening
how
to
about this? Leave your debit cards at home, leave your checkbooks in your purses, and keep your mouth shut.
Right.
Or again, you, oh, and definitely you down here will have nothing to do with anything if I have anything to do with it.
Well, if my mother had to do anything by sleeping her way to the top, she made sure that she got her coins. So I'll be using her money and taking your ass to court.
Well, don't use coins, babies. You need to use dollars. Dollars.
Well, we got dollars, and we're going to take you.
And we got dollars.
Oh, my God. This is so impossible. I see why my brother just left it to me, because if he would have left it to any one of you, one empire, no empire, how about no desires altogether, dolls? So until then, I'm going to let you guys know, because I don't see any ladies on this conversation right now, because you're not acting like them.
Where were the balls, baby?
Well, excuse the hell out of me.
Where were the balls?
They hunt you.
Oh, what? Oh, I love compliments. Keep bringing them. Keep bringing them.
They come very swiftly. They'll come very
Oh, you're so sweet over there.
Very
You're coming so swiftly.
You have to watch your back also.
Well, you watch your front.
Like my sister said that I just found out about, the other 2 as well. Watch your back, because this, something not right here.
Well, you watch your front, and while you watching it, make sure it's tight down there, boo-boo, because you smell a little fishy over here for me.
Really?
Only fish can smell fish.
So everything's perfect on this side. Okay, nothing wrong with this punani.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, does anybody else that has class and common sense has any more else to say to me, Auntie Cece, so we can really talk about real money?
You're the one that's classless.
Talk. I want to see what she know about real money. Talk. Go ahead.
So what I do know, which you may not know, is that since me being his half sister, your father didn't share with any of you that. How do you think he got out of bankrupt, boo-boo? If you knew that, you would know it was from me. Remember, if you want to know about your Auntie Cece, you need to go to Google and understand what the streets are saying.
Oh, she talking about class? She talking about streets?
Virus on my computer, Google your ass.
Come on, Gangsta, let you come through. I wanna.
So whack. Are you serious?
KP, whatever they want to call you, darling. We can go one later.
Enunciate it, Auntie.
Oh my God, these words, these names, these women, these
what is
kids.
Poor Cecilia, or is it Cecilia? How do you enunciate?
Oh my God, my poor brother is just up in heaven, just shaking his head because these ladies have no idea what the hell is going on.
Pretty sure the man is burning in hell, but sure.
Or creating it, because he did sure create on earth. I'm just
I'll toast you on that, sis.
I just don't understand. Is there anybody in this conversation that has common sense? And I'm not talking about the little coins you hold in your bag, bologna, whatever they call you, boo. And I'm not talking about the dollar bills that KTI or whatever you want me to call you have. Who's on this conversation?
Let's keep it simple, stupid.
To have a little bit of class.
Let's keep it simple, stupid. KK.
Oh my God, KK, really?
Thank you, you did it!
Well, how about instead of we call you Cecilia, we call you Corella DeVille.
What was that again, dog?
Pretty much what you are.
Well, you know what?
101.
Tell me that. Just bring the dogs with you. Well, I'm sorry, I might be talking to them.
This conversation, I refuse to listen to Ursula any further.
Thank you.
Okay, here it is. Here it is, ladies. I'm going to be the last one to talk. I'm done. It seems like you're done. Just best believe that I got this under control now that I know who I got to work with. So,
and I'll say it one more time before I hang up in your face.
Nice.
We're taking
Bologna, what a charm. But I really got to go.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
So one thing I can say to you, Auntie.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Really? And but you're gonna run a $1 trillion company.
Oh my God.
Really? She can't hear me. And sis, I'm glad you stayed along because you showed a very important trait. You observe like queens do, which is very important when it comes to the Wellington brand.
Oh my God.
She's faking. She's back. Oh, I caught her.
CC.
She wanted us to tell she still hadn't gotten to that point yet. Oh, see, Petty. I'm gonna set up a dinner meeting between me, you, Viv, and our other sister, Bologna. I'm gonna actually give you guys the blueprint of how all this thing works. Despite this off-breed, I don't know where the hell she came from. My father never spoke of her. I have no idea. Maybe it's one of the women. I don't know what type of vendettas women are conjuring against him. And I don't even know what Pastor wrote was really real. I don't really trust too many people, but I do trust my blood. So I will be getting with you. I know Viv got everyone's number. We're going to be having dinner. I'm going to invite everyone out to my vineyard, and we're going to talk. As it was read, I do have 2 empires. One, which was family, and one that I created off on my own, utilizing formulations I learned from our Father. I will teach you. Period.
Make that 3.
I have no quarrels against you, nor do I have any quarrels against Bologna. She's a firecracker. I like her. But I see that you are humble. I do have that, but I'm sorry, this whole thing with my dad being, our dad being dead, and reading all of this and all these chakras and all these revelations, I drank, and I know I'm not a drinker. So yeah, I did have a nigga moment. I'm just saying I did. I resorted to low vibrations, which is something I normally don't do. So I will meet, we're gonna do dinner. I'll make sure Viv, the oldest sister, contact you. You let her know what you like to eat. I'll make sure that I have all the fresh organic foods created for us. And we're gonna really map this thing out. And I'm gonna show you guys the blueprint, okay? I love you, I like you. I apologize that we had to meet under these circumstances. I really do. But our family is great despite the dysfunction that you have there witnessed. Okay? All right. We'll talk soon.
All right.
All right. Take care. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Shoe Crazy Wine is a proud supporter of our military, and we salute their service to our country. Shoe Crazy Wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
Thank you, ladies, so much for taking the time to meet with me. How are you today?
To be better.
Best as I can be, I guess.
I know the reading of the will was quite a shock, and that you ladies are probably going through some different thoughts and processing everything and having conversations with your mothers, I'm sure, and maybe other parts of the family. But I wanted to let you know a few things. One, I want you guys to understand that this is truly an opportunity for you. I know that it's a shock, and that you're coming out anew and dealing with your own things, but I want you to know that he really did want to include you, ladies, in his family.
Really?
He did.
Do you expect us to believe that? How and why?
Well, you don't have to, but you should, because I have no reason to lie to you. More importantly, you should, because of the fact that he did leave stipulations. Even though he has included you in his will, the will does have stipulations because he wants you guys to become a part of the family. So, according to those stipulations of the will, if you do not abide by them, then you will not truly be Vanderbilts. Oh, I'm sorry, Wellingtons. I apologize. Because you currently don't have his name. So the only right to his estates that you guys have are the ones that he has given you, which come through your newfound Aunt Cecilia. Which means you guys should.
I'm entitled to what I deserve, Miss Hastings.
Unfortunately, your mother kept you from him. He did not claim you in life. Which
I'll deal with that old bat later. What I'm speaking of is because the fact that I am Wellington blood, I'm entitled to what I deserve and what I'm supposed to be accustomed to.
Unfortunately,
so what exactly are we going to do about that?
That's not the way the law works. So by law, if you want to be entitled to, then you are going to have to.
Well, I suggest that you bend the law.
I don't bend the law, especially for young brats, which apparently.
Now I'm a young brat.
To be heading in that direction. You have a choice to go right or go wrong, to get paid or not get paid. It's your choice if you're going to do it or not. Because as I said, your Aunt Cecilia, in the end, does not owe you anything. I definitely don't. And she does not have to give you anything if you do not abide by the rules.
Cressida, are you even hearing this? We're not entitled to what we deserve?
We are entitled.
I believe that we are entitled to what we deserve.
Blood does not make you entitled to money, especially when you have not been a part of the family.
Oh, I want more than money.
You have no claim to his estate,
on his will,
businesses, or anything else unless they are given to you, which you need to play nice with your aunt and obey the rules given by him in order to retain what he has in store for you. The choice is yours.
Well, Counselor Hastings, laws have statutes. And I want to know every single one of those statutes of what I deserve and what I'm entitled to, as well as my sister. The fact that our mothers kept such a secret from both of us for so long, we're not entitled to anything? To mend our feelings?
No, this is not how it works. That would be between you and your mother. Perhaps she can give you a hug and a conversation to help things smooth over in that direction.
If she tries to hug me, I might push her over a cliff.
But when it comes to his estate and his desires, no.
This will
Well,
said otherwise, so we're claiming ours.
yes.
You can if you follow the rules.
Let's write them down.
I don't play by anyone's rules.
Then
Nobody's.
Then I'm afraid
Especially
you will
on
leave the
Cecilia's
way you
rules.
came in. If you do not abide by the stipulations given to Aunt Cecilia, you will leave the way you came in. Again, the choice is yours. I am paid regardless through his estate. I'm trying to help you understand how you will get paid. So the choice is yours. So you can stay angry, or you can.
I'm very angry.
Or you
I'm
can
angry
try
at
to become
every
a
last
part
one
of
of
the
you.
family.
Everyone that is a part of
as
this.
he wants you to be. You can stay angry, or you can attempt to become a Wellington like he has chosen to name you, or not. The choice is yours.
Now, I may have a mother that's a dragon lady, but she did finally tell me that he is my father, as well as my sister's mother telling her as well. We're entitled to what we deserve, and this playing by the rules is not going to fly with me.
And the only thing you deserve is the truth, which you now have. So keep my words in mind. Do what you can to follow the stipulations and follow your aunt, Cecilia Wellington, and I will speak to you ladies soon. Good
Well,
luck.
Miss Hastings, there's a lot coming to you.
Definitely, yes.
Hmm.
To play chess, sis.
Good luck, ladies.
Yes, sure.
That's how.
Hello? Pastor. Pastor.
Why?
Jeez.
God,
Pastor.
why?
Pastor.
Is that you, God? Is that you?
Look at your camera, Pastor. It's me. It's not God.
Sister
You
Vivian.
haven't heard from God in years. It's Viv.
Hello,
what is wrong with you?
Hey, Sister Vivian, how you doing?
Don't Sister Vivian me. I've heard from several people. I've watched this, found out this. Why you got a whole bunch of freaking private side deals with different members of the family?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, Sister Vivian.
Okay, you got selective amnesia.
All I did was try to do what your daddy wanted me to do. That backstabbing, I just.
Oh, where y'all met at? You don't want to say where y'all met at now, do you? What's your famous line saying, Pastor? Where you meet him at, huh?
Well, the man I met on the bridge isn't the man I just read about. I don't know where that man came from. I know where the man I knew.
Yeah, whatever. Look.
Down, dirty, rotten scoundrel.
Oh, is that Jesus speaking? Is that Jesus speaking? Or is that your flesh?
That's a prophetic word. That's a prophetic word.
Prophetic word.
But a pathetic man.
That's pathetic word. You got busted, and everybody know about you and how you are. And now you're aware that nobody respects you, especially
all
when you found out that
all
you got
I've been doing is doing God's work all these years. That's all I've done.
Not no God's. I'm so sick of y'all flaky pastor pretending y'all here for the Lord, and you
the
ain't working for
Bible
nobody.
says that they
Televised
will persecute.
Television. That's all you are.
The Bible says that they will persecute you, but you stand. And all you can't just stand, and I'm just going to have to stand. I trust God to see us through this.
If you trust in God, why you sweating and crying, Pastor? Why you sweating and crying? You're busted.
Just because I find myself in a lion's den doesn't mean I don't feel the pressure. Okay. David cried and lamented out to God. Why can't I cry and lament out to God? Peter lamented out to God. Why can't I? Why, God? Why?
Okay. Enough of the stuff. I got to go. I got somewhere to go. But I need some explanations from you. What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know why all these things are happening right now. But I know God has a purpose. I just don't know what it is. I wish he'd let the brother know every now and then. But I don't know what God is doing, but I trust him. Though he slay me, still I will trust him.
Okay. Well, let me put this in your ear. While you're trusting on God, trusting on your God and all of that other stuff, let me tell you something.
Tell me.
No, I am speaking. You have no authority. No, you have no authority. Let me tell you something. And all these other strange women and strange people that showed up at the will reading.
I had nothing to do with that.
3 pure bloods of Wellington.
I had nothing to do with that.
And Sonny don't even account because Sonny got his own thing going on. But let me tell you, and I'm going to tell the rest of them, me and KK is going to be a force to reckon with. You hear me?
I believe that.
Aunt, who may not even be an aunt, well, she better pray. Since everybody wants to pray, she better pray she make it that 365 days she's charging us with to get ourselves together, because we don't know who she is. And y'all right. We are our mother's children, so that we have the ability and the capacity to make people disappear as well. Now, if you got any part of any shenanigans that's going on and everything else, you're going to disappear too. And it's going to take prayer and God for your wife to find your body.
Yeah, see, there's some things that I don't want to have to call into account in front of a court for what you're telling me. I'd be careful. I suppose this is pastor privilege, but I'll let that one go.
Baby, you don't have to let it go at all. You don't have to do nothing but stay black, pay taxes, and die. But you, you are going to be accountable to me.
I'm going to pray for you.
And weren't accountable to God.
I'm going to pray for you.
A can of worms. And just like that hussy called us wolf packs, she don't know how true to form that was.
I'm going to pray for you, Sister Vivian.
Yeah, you
and the senator and all your sinful ways. I'm going to pray for you.
Oh yeah, honey, my sinful ways. You screwing my mother and had your congregation?
No, I cannot confirm nor deny that.
I just your birthmark is. Don't try me. Don't try me.
So touch not the anointed. Remember to touch not the anointed.
Don't touch me.
Don't come after me.
Bye.
The best way to come after me is don't.
All right. You don't know who you playing with.
Be gone and respect your elders.
Okay. Wow.
I hope you know that I am gone against my brother's wishes. And I want you to understand, if this gets out, there's going to be consequences. Do I make myself clear?
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, really? That's how you treat somebody who just got your ass out of jail? Are you serious?
You didn't do anything, darling. Everything has already been in the works, and you can't see past the end of your nose.
Okay, well, since then...
No. Don't act like you have to help me with anything, because I am Carmilla Wellington.
Well, Carmilla Wellington, if you couldn't get your ass out of jail, why did you use my bond money? Because I don't see any of your other family getting you out. And then on top of that, all I needed with this phone call with you is just a simple thank you. Can I at least get that?
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. You're not getting it. And you know what? It was part of the plan. So you thought you would have to come to me so that I could tell you, you don't know the game and you're not a player. So
don't, doll. I'm a Wellington.
Your back.
Don't.
Your back.
You watch your front. And if I was you, my blood is my brother's blood, and you just married into the Wellington family, doll. You have no clue what I can do. So until then, until I get my thank you, I will be charging you interest starting today. So rub your 2 nickels and make it $1 by next week.
Wait for it.
Girl, bye.
Sister Cressida?
Yes.
This is Pastor Jones.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, darling?
Pretty upset about what I just heard.
It's been a long day, I'm sure. And I'm so sorry that it's been a hard, long day for you.
I don't think sorry's gonna cut it at
I
all.
know, and there's no really words that I can give. I just want to reassure you that even in this difficult time, that God sees you and that He loves you.
Where is God?
When I was born? He is everywhere.
Where is God?
Yeah, but
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but you were asking where is God?
My whole life. It's all right.
But because your daddy wasn't there doesn't mean God wasn't there. He has seen you through this all. He has brought you to this point that now, in spite of all the things you've been through, He has provided for you for the rest of your life. So even though you don't get the chance to know your daddy the way others do, you also don't have to put up with a lot of the stuff they had to put up with either.
It sounded like it was easy. It sounded like everything was easy. They had a meal ticket. I didn't have anything. Me and Bologna, I just found I have 2 other sisters. And I didn't have a choice. Like, what? Are you serious? And all I get is a letter from you? And you admitted a lot of stuff too. So who can I trust?
Yeah, well, and if you certainly you don't have to trust me, but trust God, because even in the midst of this, the idea that all this was sprung on you. Do you know why God has done this to you?
No, I don't.
Because He trusts you with this. He may not trust other folks, but He trusts you with this. And because you've had a harder upbringing, you didn't have it as easy, you will appreciate the gifts that He's about to give you, where the others may not necessarily appreciate it.
You know, I think that's the smartest thing you said.
Well, it's not me, it's the Lord. I'm just a humble servant, flawed and more than flawed, but I still believe it's true that God trusts you with that, and He's going to bless you as you bless other people because of how your heart has been created throughout time. You can appreciate what the gifts that you've been given.
Well, do you know why He didn't speak to her? Why He let that happen?
Why God or why your father?
Everything. Why did Daddy let my mom get away?
I believe your daddy loved your mom, and that it was only because of his wife who interfered.
Wasn't he married before my mother?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And I can tell you that it is an unfortunate space. It's an unfortunate space. He was married, but he was leaving his wife for your mom, and but it just never came to be. I know because he's been my friend from a long time. We were at Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama together way back when. I can tell you that he felt about your mom like he felt about no other woman. But he tried to do the right thing, but he just wasn't quite there. So as men, we're flawed. But God knew what He was doing, and you have been given an opportunity to bless the world. Don't let your pain interfere with what your promise is.
You know what? You're right. I'll work on my pain. But as a pastor, I guess I could ask for some advice. I never do because I know everything. But what can you tell me that can possibly make sense right now? And what's going on?
The only thing I can tell you is that while you are surprised, the children are surprised, I was surprised, God wasn't surprised. And He knew this from before you were born. Before you were in your mother's womb, He knew the plans He had for you to prosper, for you to do great things. So I can't explain God, but I know that He has it all worked out, even if we are confused. And I will always be here if you want to come talk to me. Just know that I loved Brother Brogan, and I love his children. and I will always be there in your service.
Thank you, Pastor.
God bless you, child.
All right. We'll speak soon, I guess.
All right. Bye-bye, baby.
Shoe Crazy Wine is a proud supporter of our military, and we salute their service to our country. Shoe Crazy Wine, proudly made in the USA. Drink responsibly.
Sister Davenport, this is Pastor Jones.
Hello, Pastor. How are you?
I'm doing well. I know it's been a long day for you, Sister Davenport. How are you doing?
I'm not doing so well. I'm not doing so well. It's been a very long day.
I'm sorry to hear that. It resonated in my spirit that I should give you a call after this tumultuous day, and I just want to check in on you, baby.
Well, I'm in my feelings right now. I don't understand what happened during the reading of the will, and I understand, that he apparently cared nothing for me, although I loved him. And he cared nothing for me, and it was hard to hear that he didn't care for me at all, and I just don't know how to reconcile that. I don't have any feelings for my daughter because she reminds me so much of a man that did what he did to me, and then in his will he proved that he never cared anything for me on any level.
Yes, it was hard for me to read that part, and please forgive me because that was not my intention to cause any additional hurt, harm, or pain. But I was obligated to read as he wrote it, and I was shocked and amazed at how he spoke about you. And please know that I am so very sorry.
Be so cruel? How can anyone be so cruel and be welcome into God's kingdom? I don't understand. You tell me, explain to me that.
All I know is that the Lord works in mysterious ways, and his thoughts are not my thoughts. So I can't explain God other than to say that he knows what he is doing, even if I don't know what I'm doing or why we're doing. So I would encourage you, though, please understand that your daughter, even though she is a newly found, quote unquote, Wellington.
She's a Wellington. She's a Wellington. And she will always be a Wellington. And with that, it's too much. It's too much.
You, sister girl, you have raised her from when she was a baby. He has had no influence on her life. You are the one that she has looked to provide her nourishment, to provide her comfort, and provide her all of her life. So even
why
didn't
he care about me? I don't care about Bologna. I'm asking about me. Why didn't he care about me? You were his friend, and I was his friend. Why didn't he care about me? Why?
I cannot answer for him, but I would ask you this. Have you been able to have any other great relationship after Brother Brogan?
No, I have not.
So if you have not had a good relationship after Brother Brogan, and there have been other men, I assume.
No, there haven't. There haven't.
So if there hasn't been, so for almost 30 years now, you've been pining over a man that you could not have.
Yes.
And so my only question to you would be, at what juncture is enough enough? When do you let God take this pain away? When do you allow God to be that balm of Gilead for you? Because even now, Brother Brogan is dead. He will never come back to it. It may not be fair, may not be right, but it is real.
So what you're telling me is God is an unjust God. He's an unjust God, because
what I'm saying is God
this is the hand that he dealt me. And what did I deserve to get this hand? And then to have a child of his that looks just like him. I cannot do it.
I will never say that God said you deserve this. What I am going to say is that while you did not deserve this, God trusts you with this, because from your hard work with this young woman, I'm sure the world is going to be blessed. And you didn't deserve this. This was not God's best for you. But Brother Brogan and you decided to do things that were against God's will. And sometimes even I pay the price for not doing what God says do. David, the King David, a man after God's own heart, lost a child because he didn't do it God's way. Lost his kingdom because he did not do it God's way. And Brother Brogan essentially lost his family because he didn't do it God's way. Don't let that be your legacy, Sister Davenport. Lily, don't let that be your last statement.
I will take everything you've said to heart, and I will try. I will try. I will try.
If you want to talk about it, need to talk about it, I will be here for you, Sister Davenport, because I believe that God has special plans for you that go beyond what we can see.
Thank you.
God bless you, sister, and I hope to see you on Sunday.
God bless you.
Bright and early. God bless you.
I just don't understand. I have a brother and did not get a chance to spend time with him. And it's so sad that I am introduced to his family through a reading of the will. It's just heartbreaking and confused and disappointing. I don't know what my brother, who I barely know myself, thought when he involved me. Why I didn't get to meet him and spend time before he got ill. Why I didn't get a chance to meet the family members that I met this week. It's just, it baffles me and it scares me, because I grew up, even though I'm his half sister, but I grew up that family comes first. You love your family. You take care of your family. And even though family can be family, you can't do anything about it. So I have this big challenge. Who am I to let his wife or ex-wife or whatever cause he calls her to rot in jail? That's so wrong. And as a Black woman, oh, I would never do that, whether I'm family or not. So I know I did the right thing. And I know it's against your will. You didn't want me to do that. But brother, you're not here. You are not here to see the damage, the hurt, the resentment, and the pain that you left for me to clean up. I don't get it. I have nieces who, oh my God, they're women with bright minds and attitude and just fire in their bloodline that says Wellington to the T. But yet I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to them, to help them, whether it's your will or not. So all I can say is I'm going to do my best. I'm going to make sure that I have as much compassion for these people who's my family and integrity. And hopefully at the very end, no matter what happens, we all can at least say, no matter what, we are family. So I'm just going to leave it to God and you, big brother, whatever you got going on, and prayerfully, and I know that whatever you got me for 365 days, hopefully 100 less will take for us to be back as a family. That's my prayer. And until then, I guess we just have to wait. But I love my Wellington family. And again, you never know. We are always 10 steps ahead of you. Just remember that.